What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Dougie D Fresh, and today we are talking about One Piece chapter 1105. Now I feel like this is going to be my shorter video of the week. I feel like My Hero and One Piece are going to be pretty short, but not that this One Piece chapter was bad, but it just, I don't know, it felt like something was missing. But let's get into it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like so that YouTube knows you liked it. Leave a comment down below about the video or the chapter. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that post notification bell so you are notified of all future uploads. Let's get into this chapter. Now, I'm not going to use this necessarily as power scaling propaganda or anything, but Doll was talking spicy. She was willing to talk back to Saturn, but when Kizaru said go, she was not playing. And I feel like Kizaru, because I even saw that Sandman on Twitter. If you guys don't know who Sandman is, he's kind of notorious in the One Piece community for recontextualizing some things that might have been lost in translation. And he was pretty much saying that we know that Kizaru has a specific way of speaking that might not always transfer over between the English and the Japanese. Maybe in the anime you can tell the difference because you can hear the voice and tell when he's trolling versus being serious. But you know, he's not playing around anymore. He has to do a lot of things I don't think he wants to do today because he's dealing with people that he's known for a long time to have strong connections to. So I think he's kind of over it now. He's like, look, we ain't got time to be messing around. Y'all just get out of here. Me and Saturn are gonna hang back and take care of things. Speaking of taking care of things, who's gonna take care of them? In Vegapunk, I can only feel so bad for you because when Saturn was talking about blowing up the escape ship, Vegapunk was sitting there like, man, they didn't do anything wrong. Like, why would you do that? Vegapunk, this is the same world government that nuked Ohara and Akainu nuked the escaping ship. Like, you know what to expect from these people. You know who you're dealing with, and you brought this on them by looking into the Void Century. And Saturn is completely right in that. Saturn was just spitting. Like, I hate to say it, but Saturn was spitting right there because you should have kept your greed and curiosity in check to an extent. You know, I think it'll all work out because of the story, but just in this circumstance and what Vegapunk is feeling and what Saturn is saying to him, like, yeah, bro, I'm sorry you did this to them. And Sanji wanted all the smoke, but there's really just a moment to shout out Sanji. It's not even that big, but I feel like the disrespect is crazy for Sanji, and my man is going back to deal with Kizaru and Saturn. Well, he's gonna just end up saving Bonney and them. I feel like he might clash with Kizaru, but you know, I don't think he can really stand up to Kizaru because Kizaru is an admiral and I don't have Sanji up there yet. But regardless, Sanji, you know, you gotta put respect on him, man. He's always looking out for people, and I love that about him. And speaking of Sanji, is, you know, with One Piece, you can't talk about one without the other. And Zoro is still getting hemmed up by Lucci. Like, he's still MIA. He's still nowhere to be found. But you know, maybe Zoro already beat Lucci and he's just having trouble finding his way. So by the time Jinbei gets there, who knows? Maybe Zoro will just be sitting on top of Lucci's body. But no, I'm really just trolling. But I think the fact that people feel some type of way about this or are surprised just goes to show me that they don't know what time it is out here. Like, I think people underrate Lucci and overrate Zoro because I don't think Zoro is close to being where he needs to be to fight Mihawk yet. And I feel like a lot of people think he's damn near there already. They think he's just going to be dog walking all of his opponents like they're not going to be a problem. But Lucci is not, he's not the one for that. Like, I don't think any of Zoro's fights moving forward are going to be a cakewalk. And keep in mind, Lucci was already stronger than him before the time skip. And yes, Zoro has grown, but so has Lucci. So to me, it makes sense that they would be in about equal standing. I think Zoro can still take it, but I don't think it's just going to be easy. Regardless, this is going to be a hard fight. So let me know if you're surprised by this or what your thoughts are in the comment section down below, because I am very confused as to why people are feeling some type of way about this. And I just wanted to take this second to say RIP Egghead. We're not going to give it a full moment of silence, but it's a pretty cool island and there's a lot of cool ass technology there. So I guess I feel bad for the inanimate island that didn't do anything. You know, I guess it only has its creator to blame, but shout out to Egghead. I don't know if it'll survive the Buster Call, but I kind of hope a lot of that stuff does because it's really dope. And I mean, it would just be a shame to lose that place, but we'll see. This there's still a lot going on and a lot more arc to get through. Man, just like Vegapunk was saying, it is sadly poetic at seeing all the pacifista like getting ready to fire their lasers at Bonney and Kuma. Man, when Vegapunk said that, you know, that was a horrible thought that popped into my head, I'm like, shoot, because Bonney, obviously we know she saw the pacifista, so could you imagine like if she'd actually died or gotten seriously injured by one of those? Like, man, that's some really sad shit, because we already know the whole backstory and everything in the context, so it just makes it even more sadly poetic to see them about to be hit with a barrage of lasers, which again, shout out to Sanji, I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know, the fact that it's even this close is still very sad to see. And Luffy is in a, we don't know where this man is at right now. He's just sitting there belly full of food. You need to get back in the game, my guy, because Kizaru and Saturn are about to make some moves and your people need you, so get back in there. And who do y'all think is moving Luffy around? I still think it's probably Caribou, but you know, some people are saying maybe it's the Tatas, and that is a perfect segue to talk about who is possibly on their way to Egghead. Now, it could either be Blackbeard pirates, which I don't think it is, because I think they're just already there doing their own stuff in the background, but I'm just going through what the popular thoughts I've seen are. So either it's Blackbeard pirates, dragons / revolutionaries, or the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Now, I think it could be Dragon and the Revolutionaries. I feel like that just makes the most sense, because the way they were talking and they say, oh, we failed to destroy the escape ship, I'm assuming that means they did not get to kill those scientists, because whoever pulled up and destroyed their ship stopped them, because they're saying, well, let Kizaru know they're on the way to Egghead, which, you know, it's kind of questionable, because if they were talking about Dragon and the Revolutionaries, I feel like, you know, you might emphasize that, but with One Piece, you know, sometimes these characters talk in ways that is not clear just because Oda wants to keep us in suspense. So for those reasons I just laid out, I don't think it's the Blackbeard pirates, and it could be the Grand Fleet. But then I start to wonder, why would the Grand Fleet show up here and not during Onigashima? Because Luffy literally died in Onigashima, because it's not like the Straw Hats called the Grand Fleet. At least, I mean, you could say they did off screen. I don't know why they would do that, but they did not call the Grand Fleet, so they would have some reason to come there. And I feel like if there's any reason to try and come to the Straw Hats' aid, it's because Luffy died on Onigashima. But I guess maybe you could argue that it just took them this long to track the Straw Hats down after Luffy died in Onigashima, which I find hard to believe. But those are just my thoughts. I think it's Dragon and the Revolutionaries, but it could just be a complete wild card. It could be none of the groups that I just named. So we'll have to find out next week. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to leave a comment down below about anything I've said this video, or just your general thoughts on the chapter. And again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that post notification bell so you are notified of all future uploads. This has been your boy Dougie D Fresh, and I'm out. Peace.